Welcome to virtual class of Physical Education class plus 2 Unit 7 Psychology and Injury in Sports. Topic 9 Sports Injuries, Heart Tissue Injuries. Bone injury, fracture. Breaking of bone is called fracture. This can simply a crack in the structure of bone or a complete break processing two or more format causes. Trauma such as road traffic accident and fall. Sports injuries, medical conditions such as osteoporosis, cancer symptoms, pain, bruises, bleeding in case of open. Stress fracture. A stress fracture is a small crack in a bone of several bruising within a bone. Management of stress fracture. The initial management of stress fracture is to be left of the elevatory and rest while the bone half itself. Insing is recommended in the affected area for 24 hours to 48 hours and type of activity should not be done. Green stick fracture. This type of fracture is very common in small kids. Management of green stick fracture. This bone is slightly pulled apart and put into weak place to strengthen it to make sure that the fracture will heal correctly. It is needed to be immobilized. A removable splint is the most recommended on one among children. Communicated fracture. When the bobe is broken into so many pieces or parts, it called communicated fracture. Management of communicated fracture. The management as well as treatment for communicated fracture is not easy because of many separate pieces of bones. The separate pieces are lined up is procedure labeled as reductions. Number 4 transverse fracture. This type of fracture involves breaking in one of bone of the spine or a part of it. Management of transverse fracture. It is the injury is limited to a break a transverse process with no other injury. Then it is not necessary to have the hospital care. Oblique bone fracture. These are stent fracture that occur when a force is applied at any angle other than a right angle to the bone. Management of oblique bone fracture. The treatment option of for oblique fracture depend on the severity of the crack or break. Anti-inflammatory medicines and pain reliefs are given handle pain. Impact fracture. In this type of fracture, the broken and true fractured bone enter into the other bones. Management of impact fracture is selling or a splint may be required to keep the fractured bone in place. It prevents and movement of the sharp end of the broken bone and future not drive into other bone fragments. Severe case may be require surgery. Thank you.